Next year's local government elections will see the lowest voter turnout in history. South Africans no longer believe in the power of the vote. So you will have millions and millions of South Africans who are eligible to vote, not going to vote. I encourage them to go and vote because it's important for us to use the power of the vote to effect change. I will vote myself, but I know that South Africans have given up when it comes to the power of the vote. But those who will vote will constitute governments. And that's what those who will not vote must know. If you don't go to vote, you would have voted even if you don't go. There will be a government wherever you live. So if you don't want to have a government that you don't like, go and vote for the government that you like. That's how democracy works. Then where will the votes go? My prediction is this, is that you will have a big chunk of traditionally ANC voters in KwaZulu-Natal going to MK. It's very clear that MK is the fastest growing party in KwaZulu-Natal and also in South Africa. So the MK is going to get a lot of those votes that would go to the ANC. And the rest will go to smaller parties. The DA will get something. But I mean, I saw the poll that the DA is punting. I mean, even Ellen Zille has blasted it, by the way. It's absolute nonsense that they're just promoting themselves. The DA is not going to replace the ANC. So I think you will have smaller parties getting something. But the biggest winner in this thing will be the MK party. The EFF will go good. The EFF, by the way, when it comes to local government elections, doesn't do that well because the councillors of the EFF generally are considered in South Africa as hooligans. Communities don't trust them. And by the way, I agree with communities. I mean, if I imagine my neighborhood being run by the EFF, I just cannot imagine the EFF taking my bin every Wednesday. When these chaps can't run anything, they're just a bunch of hooligans. So I think the votes will, in the main, go to MK. Not because the MK can govern, by the way. I mean, we know what happens when MK governs. Remember, the president of MK is Jacob Zuma. Jacob Zuma was once president of South Africa. What did he do? He and his Gupta friends, they captured the state, they stole money. So I am very worried for the people of KwaZulu-Natal to be under the governments of the MK in different municipalities. So I think that's where the voters will go. But the lowest voter turnout, that's my prediction.
Prince, do you see MK outdoing their 15% that they got in the national election? And I know local government's slightly different animal, but in total, do you see them doing better than that 15%? Considering they're coming off a zero base when it comes to the local government.
I think that in next year's elections, local government, they will actually not grow dramatically. They will stay more or less where they are, maybe reaching 20%. I think that's where they will go. But if Zuma is still alive, and I've said this before, in 2029, they will grow dramatically. They are likely to hit 23-25% in 2029, and the ANC will come down below 20%. That's where I think the trends are going. The DA will struggle to cross the 25% mark, but they will grow marginally. The ANC and the DA will still be able to constitute a coalition government, but it will be a slim majority in the lower 50s. And of course, assisted by other smaller parties. So that's where I think we are going in the short term. In the long term, there will have to be one party that will emerge as a majority, but that will happen after a minimum of 15 years. It's not going to happen in the next 5. It's not going to happen in the next 10 years. A minimum of 15 years. And I cannot tell you today which party that will be. It could be a totally new party.
Yeah. Now, with this dramatic, almost collapse in real time of the ANC, we're seeing it sort of collapsing on many fronts. Does this not put, we've spoken many times about the